All right, so we're going to move to the next session. This is just another great opportunity to learn about another company that is doing some really cool stuff in this space. Please keep your comments, your questions coming in. I'm going to try to keep up with them as much as possible, and I'll scroll back if we're missing anything, or if I just totally miss it, just keep posting it over and over again, and I'll catch it for you. But first, let me introduce Dan Slavin from Eventsforce. Dan, welcome to the stage. How are you?
Yeah, very good, Liz. Good to be here. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. What time is it where you are? Because I know we were trying to get you in as early as possible.
Yeah, so you may notice my accent. I'm based in London. I'm a Brit, and it's 5 to 6 in the evening here. One quick caveat: I've got 3 little people living with me on the other side of that door who are all under 5. So there's a 50-50 chance someone's going to burst through asking for ice cream or sweets or something like that at some point. If that happens, I apologize. But
you are talking to hundreds of people who know exactly what you are dealing with.
Yeah.
I also have my little one upstairs, so who knows at what point he might make a little appearance. But thank you so much for joining us today and telling us about Eventsforce. I don't want to take too much of your time, so I'm going to let you dive right in and put your slides up. Let me know as you want me to advance them, and then I'll be back to ask you some questions.
I'll just shout out. So everybody, great to be here. My name's Dan Slavin. I work for a company called Eventsforce. Today we're here to talk about a specific product that we offer, which is Eventsforce VCD, which stands for Virtual Content Delivery. So Liz, if we can go to the next slide. A little bit of context in case you guys aren't aware of who we are. We're a UK company, hence my exotic accent, but we are in the US as well. So we've got a couple of people based out on the West Coast, and we've got a US headquarters in Denver. And we're a global organization, so we work with anyone around the world, helping them run their events through our event technology. So we have registration software, call for papers software, awards software, a range of apps, check-in solutions, and our virtual content delivery platform that we're going to be talking about today. And we work across a range of different sectors as well. So we work with great big corporates, people like BP, Santander in Spain, Schroders Bank in Germany. We also work with associations, charities, publishers. We work with a lot of associations actually in the US as well, and corporates, people like the Caribbean Studies Institute, the Slavin Vaccine Institute, the Coral Reef Foundation, etc. So that's a bit of context as to who we are. If we can move to the next slide, yeah. We're here today to talk about Eventsforce Virtual Content Delivery Platform. This is our virtual offering to the market. It's fully integrated with our customizable automated registration and abstract call for papers systems. And it is a social media style virtual event platform. So from an attendee perspective, it's similar to being logged into something like LinkedIn. You have a profile where you can engage with various different elements of the event platform through that profile. And it has 3 core aims. It has content delivery, so actually digesting streams, live streams, recorded content. Networking and engagement, obviously very crucial for any event, physical or online. And monetization for you guys, the event planners, and sponsor exhibitor ROI, so the exhibitor sponsor experience. And these 3 core aims, this is what we're going to take a look at over the next few minutes. So Liz, if we can move to the next slide. The first slide, we're looking at content delivery. So this is how we are actually delivering live streams, how we're delivering the content that people are at the event to digest. This is agenda management, live or on demand, and also that engagement piece, polling and Q&A. And we're actually going to show you how we do that. So if we go to the next slide and then hit play, we're actually now looking at our virtual platform. This is this social media style platform. You can see on the left-hand side my profile. Like any true profile, I've got an old picture where I've got a little bit more hair, but we're now seeing me transfer to the schedule piece. So this is the live agenda at an event. This can be displayed in a list format, it can be displayed in a calendar format, but what we're going to be looking at now is how we actually will handle the live streaming. So if we click into a session, this is the session details page. Oh, sorry, I think we've gone backwards a little bit. So you don't need to actually click, Liz, it's a GIF. So we just need to hit play on the GIF and Yeah, there we are. We've actually got a whole load of information here about a session, who's speaking, who's attending. There's a social stream for live discussion about this topic. And if we click into the live or pre-recorded content, you can see here a beautifully integrated Zoom, Vimeo, YouTube stream. This is a pre-recorded one. And then on the right-hand side, whilst you're viewing the live stream, you have the interactive panel. All your audience can engage with the same engagement tools: polling, quizzes, surveys, and my favorite piece, the social Q&A. This is Q&A where the entire audience can see what their peer group are asking the presenter or the panel or whoever it is. And you can upvote. So once you've asked your question, you can vote on the questions that your peers are submitting. This is fully modified from the back end of the system, and you can see the hottest questions that are being asked as a presenter. So if we now click to the next slide, that's the content side. Let's look at the networking and engagement piece. This is obviously crucial for an event. And our platform allows smart matchmaking based on our interest tags, which basically customize the event for each attendee. And we do that through videos, we do that through networking and soft touch social walls like Twitter for the event and forums. So Liz, if we can hit next, we're going to again show you how we do this networking piece. So on the homepage of this particular VCD event, we can scroll down and we can see recommendation panels. These are recommendations for companies and attendees that are matching with my interest tags. So I've told the system I'm looking for something, and these are people and companies who are actually matching with what they're offering, what I'm looking for. So I'm straight away being recommended to talk to the most appropriate people, the most appropriate attendees and companies for me to achieve my event objectives. And you can see those matches are classified there by order of strength as well. And if I click into a person's profile, I can see their information, their bio, their blog, their interest tags, and I can engage with them by adding them to my personal contact list. I can message them, I can write notes on them, and I can request a meeting with them. And again, these are people who I know I should be networking with because the system's matched me. And it's an accept reject system. And if I accept, I'm then put a meeting into my diary, and it's an unlimited, secure meeting room where I can have face-to-face time with one person or many people. And from here, I'm waving to myself now, I can organize lots of different types of people from outside the event to come and speak with me and have that face-to-face time as well. But the crucial point here is it's that that's matchmaking based on the interest tags. So if we take the next slide, get away from my frozen face. The third element of the VCD is monetization and sponsor exhibitor experience. So through profiles, through networking, and through targeted advertisement. So again, we've got the next GIF, Liz. What we're looking at here is our exhibitor and sponsor profiles. They can be grouped in a hierarchy. They can be grouped by geography. They can be grouped by product line. We're going to click into a profile. And when we click into this profile, we're going to see a profile that has self-service from the exhibitor perspective, inventory, so you can upload as much collateral as you want. You can see who is working for this company as well. And the collateral can be videos, YouTube videos, brochures, audio, so you can upload podcasts, and this is unlimited. And you can engage with these companies via the same way you can engage with attendees. You can request meetings, messages, etc. Or it says there you can request more info. And if you actually request more info from the company, that exhibitor gets your full contact details as a warm lead. Now, when you're viewing the attendees as an exhibitor or an attendee, you can actually sort people by their interest tags. So the interest tags we've been talking about, I can search for people who have actively said to the system, I'm interested in these solutions. So I might be in an event of 2,000 people, but I can say, I want to see the people who are looking for, say, I don't know, marketing solutions. And these are the hottest people for me as an exhibitor to try and touch base with. We have lots of branding opportunities. So you can see some of the tabs at the top. We've sold the naming rights, and you can have branding of the naming rights as well on these pages. And on the homepage, we've got different types of adverts, banner adverts, side adverts. They can rotate based on the importance of the advert. They can be for sessions or sponsors. There can be live links to different websites, or in this case, a session. And crucially, these advertisings can be targeting specific people based on those interest tags. So you're having adverts for sessions and adverts for sponsors, exhibitors, based on what people have told the system they're interested in. So it's all around that personalization element. So move to the last last slide. Why Eventsforce? Well, we believe we've got a perfect tech stack here for virtual and hybrid events. We have all our solutions integrated and talking to each other. Eventsforce registration, Eventsforce abstracts, Eventsforce mobile, both contactless check-in, very important post-COVID, and the VCD. It's all the same data set. And we're not just a tech company, we provide a full consultancy as well. We sit down with you, we work out how to set up these events to achieve your objectives. You get the 24/5 support as well as all the different types of solutions that we offer in the marketplace. I think I've gone over time. I do apologize.
No worries at all. I pushed the wrong button on your slides. I was getting click happy. I heard you say click and I was like, oh no, I have to click. We're going to keep your information up here so people can reach out to you.
Yeah,
and we will take questions from the audience. So if you have questions, put them in the chat wherever you're watching. We'll pull them in. I see Cameron is saying very professional looking platform, and he loves to see the LinkedIn profiles within business events. I think that's a huge thing that we're seeing is, people have spent all this time building their networks on LinkedIn. They don't necessarily want to start over in a virtual platform. One thing I saw in your presentation, I just want to call attention to, did it say 2-minute response time on average for support?
So we have in our registration solution, we have live chat. So it's like an instant messenger, and we have a global team providing 24/5 support, and you can literally have a live conversation with somebody. The best thing about our support tool, well, not the best thing, but one of the things that I think is really cool is we've got lots of GIFs, a little bit like that presentation, whereas you can search for articles around a particular topic, and not just a kind of article, but actually you can follow a GIF showing you a step-by-step solution to how you can achieve what you're looking to get some help with as well. So yeah, 24/5 support, 2-minute response time. We provide good service.
Pretty important. I know a lot of planners are kind of overwhelmed by just setting all of this up, figuring out how to take care of it. So that support is super important. One question I had for you, and I'm going to keep scrolling to make sure I'm not missing anything from the audience. Again, I'm going to ask everyone this. Just tell us a little bit about your pricing structure. What should planners know about that?
Sure, absolutely. We have a very simple pricing structure. It's a per event pricing structure. There's no hidden costs. There's no kind of add-ons. It's a simple $12,000 per event pricing structure. Now, for that, you have the registration solution. You have the VCD, which is the virtual platform itself. You have all our onboarding, all our 24/5 support for that 12,000, and you have up to 2,000 attendees at the events as well.
Awesome. And if you would say, you gave some, that last slide was like, why Eventsforce? Can you tell us about the best use case? Are you seeing this for, you tell me, I don't want to fill in the blank, but.
So I believe there's a lot of talk in the industry at the moment around the future of the event space. Is it hybrid? Is it communities? And I think absolutely there's a place for both of those different kind of buzzwords, communities and hybrid. We've got a tech stack that plays very well to what I think most event planners are going to be doing, which is they're going to be offering an event which has a physical element and a virtual element. And we're offering a tech stack that allows registration for both. We've got a very flexible, very customizable registration solution that allows you to take physical and virtual registrations and treat them differently and personalize the experience they're having. And we have the tech stack that allows your physical attendees to participate in the same engagement piece, the same polling, the same Q&A that you saw in that presentation as your virtual attendees, so the experience is the same. And your physical attendees, we have an app. We have an app which is integrated into the registration system, which is integrated into the VCD, the virtual platform, and it's the same data set. So although you've got a virtual attendee and a physical attendee, through our technology, they're going to have a similar experience, and they can also reach out to each other. So someone from the app can message someone on the virtual platform. It's the same data set. They can request meetings. They can send messages. You can personalize the experience for each of them, but essentially all your different elements are connected. There's no kind of barrier between networking. And I guess the piece that I think we do really well is we sit down and work alongside our clients right from the word go. We work through in a consultancy-like fashion to analyze their requirements and help them set up their event stack, be it app, attendance recording, VCD, registration, call for papers in the best way to achieve their personalized objectives. So I feel like we're in a good position in the market because we've got this capable tech stack combined with the customer experience that is really quite powerful when you combine the two.
Now, Aaron has a question that's to that a little bit. For the event setup, is this something that's more hands-on for the planner, turnkey, or do you set everything up for them, or is it kind of in tandem?
It's kind of combination. We have a self-service registration platform, so you're building out all of the elements of the registration piece, but we provide huge amounts of support and configuration support and consultancy. The VCD is what I term, ironically, a hybrid solution, and I term it a hybrid solution because we run a consultation process with you, build out the shell of the event, so we understand things like color scheme, terminology, there's decisions that our clients have to make. We provide them with the shell of the event, and we provide them with the training to use the platform to bring it to life. So there's tons of stuff on the VCD. There's on-demand library. There's there's the social stream. There's advertising. There's interest tags. There's all of this stuff, and it's our clients that bring that to life. So it's a little bit like we build the car, but it's the client that drives off with it, if that makes sense.
That sounds nice. A lot of event planners want to be able to drive off with their solution and not be so lost in, the engine and knowing all the different parts. Now, I think my last question for you based on time is every company is innovating. They're constantly working. I'm sure your development team is pushed to the max, changing things all overnight. Anything that's coming in the pipeline that you want planners to be excited for?
Well, I think we've got something that I think is pretty cool because we're having a piece of development to our kiosk solution, which is like a check-in tool to make that contactless. This is going to be really, really important. We have a solution which allows you to scan a QR code without touching a screen, without having any kind of contact on the screen where 100, 200, 300, 1,000 people have already touched it. Post-COVID, you don't want to be touching the same screen as hundreds of other people. And you can check yourself in through a QR code into the event. It will print your badge in under a second. And the crucial part is this is live linked to our registration solution. And in post-COVID, you're going to want to know exactly who has checked into your event and when. So we have this solution where you have contactless check-in. You have people with iPhones or iPads scanning people into particular sessions at a physical event as well. And for the physical aspect of the event, it's going to be crucial moving forward as we go to the hybrid piece. You've got a live report on who exactly is in your event and when they attended. So if you do happen to have a case of COVID, you can report on exactly who's going to be at your events and contact them and tell the authorities and whatever you need to do. So I wouldn't say it's the sexiest thing to have in development, but absolutely it's going to be crucial moving forward to have effective contactless ways of making sure you know who's at your event and when.
That's incredibly important. And as Sakina said, it's perfect for the in-person comeback. That is what a lot of people are thinking about when we get to in-person events. How does all this stuff that we've been investing in the virtual space translate? And what are some of these things that are physical that we need to be thinking about as well? So thank you, Dan, so much for joining us in this very fast-paced format. Please write down his email address, contact him directly. We will be sharing some more information about how to connect with Eventsforce, but we really appreciate your time today.
No problem. Thank you for having me. I'm actually off to do bedtime for my three little kids.
Yes.
So thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure, and good luck with the rest of the event. It's a great thing to be involved with.
Thank you. Thank you so much.